All right, Ruth, we'll start with you. Get some general thoughts on the game, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Well, if I wasn't a participant in the event, I would say that it was a great game. It was a game of plays. It was electrifying. It was offense, and then there was defense, and it looked like an up and down game. Unfortunately, you got to give Wartburg a lot of credit. They did well. They answered when they needed to answer. They did a great job from the arc. That was one of our keys, is to try to make them play 2x2 basketball, and they finished with 10 threes. That's kind of the story of the game. But you got to give them a lot of credit because they came ready to play.
Ruth, when I go back through my notes here, you guys were still up 59-58 with 4:05 left in the game. And then Neuendorf hit a three from the right top area with 2:48 left. And things just kind of seemed to fall apart from there. They were able to make it more than a one-possession game, and you just never were able to recover this time. Can you tell me what may have happened from your perspective?
Well, and I'm not really sure exactly what happened, but there was back-to-back threes that kind of got the gap. Because I know when they hit 1 3, Lauren Fisher hit another three to answer.
Yep.
And so it was okay, we were fine. But when they went back to back, then we got a little bit in a hole. And that's, as I said, unfortunately, one of our keys was to make them play 2x2 basketball, and we didn't do that. We are a defensive team. To have teams shoot 50% on us from 3 and 50% of us in field goals, you got to give Wartburg a lot of credit. Teams don't usually shoot this well against us.
And what was it they were doing? What was succeeding for them?
Well, they were doing a lot of nice. They were getting some driving kicks in the first half. And that was one of the things. And then in the second half, it was a little bit of a in and out basketball, But we, again, like I said, we have to cram shooters a little bit better. But we won't have time to work on that, at least this year. Anything else?
Caitlin, talk about tonight. You come out 27-9, it ends up, and I know it's not an individual game, but it was a nice cap at least to a good year, conference player of the year and whatnot. Talk about your year and kind of the ups and downs of it, and how you were able to really take the next step into becoming one of the top posts in the country.
I've had my individual struggles. Last year I was definitely not, I would say, a significant contributor. I was like 7 or 8 minutes a game, and I think just with the combination of the coaches constantly working with me and the confidence from my teammates, it helped me have a really successful year, and so I really owe it to them.
Katie, can you tell me what it's been like to be one of the senior leaders on this team? The great moments that you've had this year.
It's been a lot of fun. Definitely, probably one of my favorite years here, and just being like a senior, being confident, it's fun.
And again, I am going to really sing their praises. Last year, we got to the Elite Eight. When we were at the Elite Eight, we had 8 seniors on that roster. 7 of them played. Katie was the only starter. She's the only one that came back. Caitlin was at about 11 minutes. If you look at this team is a completely different team. For them to be able to be here and do what they did, it is a credit to Katie's leadership, to Caitlin stepping up, and the young ladies in our program that stepped up. We're a very young team, and I really give them a lot of credit. I just talk to them and thank them for everything they've done, because they've done a great job. Usually when you see somebody get hit by graduation so hard, the next year they're not coming back and doing the same thing and ranked and getting into the NCAA, and these guys have done that. And I give them a lot of credit for that. I mean, we graduated 2 All-Americans last year, 1 runner-up for National Player of the Year, Jenna Doctor, and the other second-team All-American Maggie Wires. I would think Caitlin would be very much considered for those honors, but I mean, it's because they've been waiting in the wings, and Katie was JV her whole freshman year. Caitlin did a great job, and they just stepped up. I'm real proud of this team.
Hey, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I mean that sincerely. Hey, you play your guts out.
Mhm.
You play all season long. Comes down to the thing, you walk away, you smile,
Mhm.
smile again,
And that's what we told
and
them.
you're a victor, you know?
Yeah.
That's my thought, and maybe I'm wrong for saying that, but that's what guts is all about. And that's this program here, guts and guts and guts.
Mhm.
Patton said that, that's why they won that war. Guts takes it all,
Yeah.
plus a Culver's ice cream.
Yeah, I bet that Culver's on Wednesday night.
Yeah, no, it's true. And we talked to our girls all about that, about daring greatly, you know, and that's what they did for sure.
I didn't mean to interrupt,
No,
but
you're right.
wonderful job, ladies, you deserve it,
Thank you very
regardless.
much.
You're all winners.
Yeah.
When you get to that level, tip your hats and say thank you.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Katie, I got one final one for you. It's not easy to do right now, but in 2 weeks, a month, next year, when you look back on your career, you've got to do some things that most players would dream of doing. Going deep into a couple of tournaments. What is being a part of St. Thomas basketball when you look back on it? What kind of stirs in your mind?
All the friendships I've made, all the relationships, great opportunities I have on and off the floor, and probably greatest career I could ever imagine.
The neat thing about it is you have no regrets,
Nope.
you know?
Any final questions? Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.